Hi everyone, I'm going to give a demonstration of the U360gts compass modifications. Now something to keep in mind is if we just look inside the tracker here, the compass unit you can see is separated from the main flight controller. This is pretty important because they're very sensitive devices to different kinds of interference. And the interference can be from metal objects like the servo. There's a lot of wiring here, and some of the wiring you can see over here is powered wiring, which is also going to generate a magnetic field. So there's all kinds of magnetic interference happening to this compass unit, and the result of that is the readings in the different directions, north, south, east, and west, will not form a perfect circle. What you're actually going to see, if you plotted it on the screen, is you'd see it's actually an offset oval. So mathematically speaking, we've got to put that oval back into the center of the screen. We have to rotate the oval, and then we have to resize the oval to make it back into a perfect circle. That way, when the compass is pointing north, it will point north. When it points south, east, or west, it'll truly point in the right direction. Now, the U360 GTS right now does not have any tilt compensation enabled, so it's very important that the tracker is actually completely level. In this case, I didn't actually perfectly level the tracker. You might want to use a bubble level or something like that just to make sure that your unit is pretty close to level to the ground. Otherwise, your compass readings could be affected by that. So what I'm going to do is I've just turned the tracker on. There's no aircraft connected to it right now, but it still was a pretty good demonstration about how you use the new features. So going to the back here, this is my unit. I'm going to actually bring up the menu just by holding down the key and let go, and you'll see that the first option here is calibrate. Now, unlike previously, when you calibrate, it is not going to save the settings. So each time you go to the field, what you want to do is before you actually, as part of your setup, as part of your tracker setup, you will want to recalibrate. Whether the settings should be saved to the EEPROM or not is definitely should be debated, because every new place that you travel to, potentially there's going to be different kinds of magnetic interference. So it's actually not a bad idea to recalibrate your tracker anyway, every single time you use it. So I'm going to tap the button here to fire off the calibration. And what the tracker's going to do is it's rotating around. It's going to rotate around 360 degrees. Okay, and now it's finished. And we got a lot of information on the screen here, but the most important numbers you want to look at is the SD. So you can see SD15 went to SD13. That's the standard deviation of the error before calibration and after calibration. Now, I've calibrated this a bunch of times, so the difference between those numbers wasn't that great, but when you do yours, you should see a fairly big difference. And you can calibrate as many times as you want here. So I'm going to bring up the menu again. I'm going to hit calibrate. It's going to spin around. And just while it's spinning, it's something that I noticed when actually creating this code is you ideally do not want to use servo reverser. If you can, reverse in the software. Okay, and there we go. We've gone from 29 to 10, so that is a pretty reasonable improvement. So I'm going to fire it off again. The other values that you see on the screen here, they're mainly for interest and debugging. I'll put it in the documentation, but what it does is it tells you the radius of the circle. It'll tell you the aspect, which is kind of the stretching that takes place, and also the rotation that was necessary to bring it back into a perfect circle. And the 4 values that you see there, they are actually the 4 values of the transformation matrix that is applied to the compass readings. Okay, there we go. Now, what I'm going to do now is there is a brand new menu option, so I'm just going to come around. The brand new menu option, if I bring up the menu here, I'm just going to go down, fire off calibration again. And just let it come back. Okay, it's back. I'm just going to go, oh, shoot. Okay, bring up the menu again. And I'm going to go to the pan menu, which is a brand new menu option. Now this is purely just for testing, and what you can do is you can use this option to go into the field, and if you bring a real compass with you, definitely do not put the real compass near the tracker, because you're going to get influenced. Also, the phone compasses are notoriously unreliable, and you'll find if you actually bring your phone near the tracker, the magnetic interference caused by your phone to the compass on the tracker will be really high. So you do want to put a bit of separation between the two. But if I actually go to the pan menu, what I can do is I can actually go down and I can pick whatever rotation angle that I want. So I want to rotate the tracker to 270 degrees, and I'm going to press the button. Okay. And it's going to put itself directly at 270 degrees. Okay, and it's moving around just a little bit here. But you can see that the aircraft is 270 and it's trying to put itself actually at 270 degrees too. So if I just bring up the menu again, oh, and I kicked off calibration again. Okay, that's the end of the walkthrough for the code changes. I hope you enjoy it, and also if you find anything in the field while doing your testing, please provide feedback, and we'll try and make some changes or accommodate any fixes that you raise. Thanks.